Why, hello. Welcome to another Tobacco Card Tuesday. I'm going to go backwards a little to last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, I showed you Tim Jordan, the card you're looking at right now. And I told you that while I was writing up the little info about him for the last week's video, I mentioned that in 1914, he created a baseball game, a playing card baseball game. And I said I will probably go out and buy it, and I did. And it came via eBay, and so this is it. It had, I think it had 77 playing cards, a little board representing the field, little tokens representing the runners that you would move, and instruction in these cards. You would pick the card and do what it says. In this case, if the batter picked it, there was batting and fielding cards. In this case, if you picked it, you'd hit a double, and if any runners on, they'd advance 2 bases. So this is it, Tim Jordan card game, and this is what the back of it looks like. So you would pull these out of a pile. So just to finish up last week with Mr. Tim Jordan. Okay, this week, pulled 3 cards randomly. And here it is. Here's the first one. Patsy Dougherty. And you're looking at a 1911 T205. And he played for the Red Sox and New York Highlanders, which would become to be the Yankees, and the Chicago White Sox. And here is him pictured as a Chicago White Sox. Patrick Henry Dougherty played from 1902 to 1911 for the, like I said, Boston Red Sox, New York Highlanders, and Chicago White Sox. Not a very good defensive left fielder. He was, however, a very good clutch hitter and a very good base stealer. He played in the 1903 World Series with the Boston Red Sox, as well as the 1906 World Series with the Chicago White Sox. His 10-year Major League totals are .284 batting average, 1,294 hits, 261 stolen base, and a .705 OPS. So here he is. The T205 American League cards has the player portrait within the diamond. And you can see the nice white sock, as well as the name White Sox up top. And here's the back. Love T205s. They're the first to have stats and a little bio. Now this is the more common corrected card. And here's the more rare error card. And as you can see, the white stocking is not painted white. It's red. So they issued this one first. This is an honest long cut. They issued this one first. Noticed the mistake. And so they changed the print and changed it to a white stocking. So that's Patsy Dougherty. T205. Okay, next player is Neil Ball. And you're looking at a 1909 to 1911 T206. And Mr. Ball plays at that time for the New York American League team, which was the Highlanders, later Yankees. Neil Ball played middle infield in the bigs from 1907 to 1913. He played for the New York Highlanders, Cleveland Naps, and then the Boston Red Sox. Neil Ball is credited with the very first unassisted triple play in Major League history, occurring on July 19th, 1909. Now, this is not counting Paul Hines of the Providence Grays. He did a unassisted triple play in 1878, but the rules of putting out base runners are a little bit different. And with today's rule, that would have only been 2 outs, not a triple play. And you get more information. I did a recent video describing every single unassisted triple play. And I started with Paul Hines. Okay, anyways, playing for Cleveland against the Red Sox, Boston's Heine Wagner singled off Cleveland's Cy Young. Jake Stahl moved Wagner over to second on a bunt single. On a 3-2 pitch, Boston put on the hit and run play, and Amby McConnell hit a rocket right up the middle. Ball leaped to catch it, stepped on second base to get Wagner before he came back to tag up, then tagged the runner Stahl, who was running towards him on the hit and run. So that was the first unassisted in the modern day rules unassisted triple play. Now that was the top of the inning. In the bottom half of that same inning, Neil Ball was the leadoff hitter. And on the first pitch, he hit his very first major league home run. So what a game for Neil. I'm sure he was very happy. Okay, his 7-year career numbers are .250 batting average, 4 home runs, one of them being in that game, 92 stolen base, and a .609 OPS. So here's a closer look at that lovely T206. Love the pastel colors, the blue sky, the green grass, showing that old-timey baseball glove, baseball hat. Nice card. And this is the back. It's one of the more rarer backs, the El Principal de Galez, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Corked it, Havana cigarettes. So there's the second player, Neil Ball, T206 of the New York Highlanders. Like I said, look at these colors. I love those colors. Okay, third and final card. Dave Orr. And you're looking at an 1887 and 172 Old Judge card of Mr. David Orr. And Orr played from 1883 to 1890. Big Dave Orr was not only big in stature, but with the impressive stats he had accumulated over his short career. He was struck down by a stroke, paralyzing him, and could no longer play ball. If he did not have that stroke, he could have continued to put up the numbers he had been, and he would have definitely been inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame. Orr played 8 years with the New York Metropolitans of the American Association, and then he jumped to the Players League when that started, and he played for the he played for the Brooklyn Bridegrooms, also of the American Association, and he played with the Columbus Buckeyes of the American Association. Then he jumped to the Players League, and he played for Brooklyn Wards Wonders of the newly Players League. Orr never hit below 305 in a single season, And even though he was a big guy, he was a very good defensive first baseman with a .965 fielding average. In 1890, just days after his 31st birthday, he had a career-ending stroke. His left side was completely paralyzed. Ward's numbers are a .342 batting average, 1,125 hits, 37 home runs. Now remember, there weren't many home runs in those days. And a .867 OPS. And like I said, if he could have done it for a few more years, he would probably be Hall of Famer Dave Orr. And here's a closer look at that T206. Yes, it has a ripped corner, but it doesn't affect Dave, just a little bit of the background. And old Judge R. blanks. This shot in a studio. See the base and then the painted, probably canvas background. And this is when he was a Columbus Buckeye. Real nice guy. A lot of these T206s, the image is very faded because of their age. This one's probably in between, maybe a little bit on the nicer side. Not the nicest image, but still pretty good. Nice image of Mr. Dave Orr. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed Tobacco Card Tuesday, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.